Let's go. You know today's show is sponsored by SeatGeek. Come on, man. I'm talking about the top-rated ticketing app. 28 million downloads, over 70,000 events offered. Y'all heard me talk about them just last show. I said I used them this weekend, all right? I needed parking passes for the game. Now this week, we got another one right here in the city, and I'm super excited about it. Might need a couple of tickets, so let me just see what we got as options, and that is the beautiful part about the app. You can see everything that you're looking for in terms of the value of the seats, if you think the seats are good or not, everything about that. But more importantly, I got a promo code. I got something for you. And it's simple. When it's your first time using the app, you download it, use the promo code Moats, you get $20 off of your first order. It is that simple, man. All right. So you see the promo code, you already know the app, but now let's get back to regularly scheduled programming. I was about to ask a silly question, be like, hey man, do y'all want me to give you my picks first? Or do you want me to talk about, the new guy, Kyle Dugger first? And then I was like, let's be real, Moats. If I was a consumer and I was watching the show and you're supposed to be the football guy, I would want to know about the football guy. I would want to know about the new guy, the new addition. So we're going to talk Kyle Dugger. All right. Obviously, we just traded for him. It was that yesterday afternoon. It was after it was definitely after victory formation and everything. After the crossover Tuesday and everything like that. No coincidence, right? Anytime me and her, in terms of me and Tanisha get going, man, we obviously have action that always transpires. But yeah, man, we did make a trade for Kyle Dugger, man. Late round pick swaps, but as a whole, we're getting him, and New England is still taking on, was it $5.4 million of his 9.75 base salary? So they're still taking on the majority of the money in this deal. For us specifically, we have an out. In fact, he'll be a free agent this offseason. So not a lot of skin in the game for us, specifically from the black and gold standpoint. The specifics of the draft picks. It was Kyle Dugger plus a 2026 seventh round pick that was sent to us. And then we're sending our 6th round pick to them. All right. But like I said, contractually, we don't have a lot that's going to make us feel uncomfortable or make us feel bad about it. The positives of Kyle Dugger, or what to know about Kyle Dugger. This is 6th year in the league, man. Came out, was that 2020, man, 2nd round draft pick out of he was one of them small school guys too, Lenore Ryan, right? But the thing about Kyle Dugger specifically, man, positional flexibility. Could start in the slot in terms of that nickel corner, play some of the safety spots as well, man, both free and strong. And the difference is one is in the middle of the field, one is traditionally in the box, but can tackle well, has good ball skills. Throughout his career, man, he has 9 interceptions throughout 6 years. The most obviously came early in his New England tenure, right? We're talking year 2, he had 4 picks, year 3, 3 picks, and then after that in 2023, he had 2 picks. Now, the past 2 seasons, or at least last year and this year, he has been over, but he did start in 13 games last year and play in 13 games last year. He started in 7 games he's played in 7 games this year and started in 4 of them thus far. Prior to that, though, he's been a starter. 17 games, 17 starts in 2023. 15 games, 15 starts in 2022, 15 games, 13 starts in 2021, 14 games, 7 starts as a rookie in 2020. So a lot of on-field starting experience. I like that a lot. Now, in terms of what because you're obviously like, yeah, man, well, if he's good, why is he available? The thing to me in terms of why he's available, a couple factors. Number one, when you're talking about the consistency element of it, man, as a cover guy, he does struggle at times when we're asking guys to do a lot of man-to-man, and he's 6'1", 216. That's on the bigger size for a safety / nickel corner. I think he does a really good job of fitting runs and making tackles in that space. I think he does a good job of using his hands to handle blockers and to disengage them at the point of attack. But the area where you do see some of the shortcomings are when he's asked to do a lot of the covering versus some of the smaller, more athletic guys, right? Or some of the big rangy guys. I mean, just like a lot of those dudes on the back end. But the thing that I will say is he is a lot more consistent player versus the run. And that's something that we do need when you talk about the information that we received about Deshaun Elliott, right? In terms of the knee injury, him being done for the year. So, or more than likely being done for the year. So with that, we know Chuck Clark and Juan Thornhill. We've seen those guys, and at times they do some positive stuff, but they have also struggled. We know Jabril Peppers, he's come over and provided some sparks, but he's still a relatively new guy and also a little bit on the smaller size. So, or a little bit of a tweener in terms of position, right? So you roll with Kyle Duggar, bring him in here. Now you feel like you got a guy who is a legit starter, or another guy that you could put into that mix to compete, or at least to roll through for options with Chuck Clark, Juan Thornhill, and Jabril Peppers during the interim, right? While we're going to be without Deshaun Elliott. So like I said, I like that part. Is not going to be perfect. The biggest reason why he's available is he doesn't really fit what Vrabel is doing now that he is taking over. Prior to that, you think about it, Kyle Duggar was a part of Bill Belichick, and then after Belichick, Gerard Mayo. Okay, so those are the guys that Duggar had came up under, spent the most time with, and had the most production with. But when Vrabel took over, he kind of became the odd man out, and then that was ultimately why he was available, and we went and acquired him. Now, of all the different people that we've talked about positionally looking for, right? We've been mainly talking about wide receivers and corners. The injury to Deshaun Elliott, though, is significant. So when that happens, that became the new priority. So you look at Kyle Duggar and you feel like the combination of him, Juan, Chuck Clark, Jalen Ramsey gets plenty of reps at safety. He'll continue to get that, but we bounce him around. He'll play outside corner and he plays into the slot also. So with Kyle Duggar, you just feel like you got another higher end piece to put into the equation. Another guy that, hey, if this player isn't working, if this player isn't producing, or we're seeing this player at the point of attack continue to be the odd man out, okay, cool. We can transition and go this route. And I think that that's the thing that we're trying to get accomplished right now, because I know based on the last game and some of the things that we saw on tape, we wanted to say it was scheme. The tape proved that it wasn't scheme. We talked about, some of the star players, right? Or some of the pass rush talent needing to be more productive. That is also true, but there are still certain instances where those guys are, in terms of the secondary guys, are getting beat faster than the rush can even get there. Or it's a ball that's up in the air and the guy got to make the play on that thing, man. And if, the ball skills and the production isn't as consistent going forward, now you have legitimate options to roll with. Now you have legitimate things that you can say, you know what, let's try this, versus just being frustrated and banging our head against the wall. So I do like that about Kyle Duggar. Like I said, I think he presents a lot of positive traits for us. And I think he's going to definitely be a good mix and good addition to the secondary in, response to some of the injuries that we sustained on that back end. Like I said, it sucks, but this is the season. This is how it works, man. It becomes a war of attrition at times, and nobody is going to feel sorry for you. Nobody is going to give you, any type of handout or anything like that. You have to power through it. And that's the phase that we're in right now with some of the injuries on the secondary. But this is why the coaches get paid what they get paid. This is why the players that are force multipliers also get paid what they are paid. So that way we can hopefully mitigate these, elements and injuries that are popping up right now. We can continue forward in the right direction. All right. But that's my energy on Kyle Duggar. But let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about Kyle Duggar and him specifically, joining the squad. You obviously heard about the compensation, the trade package. Do you feel like it was just the right amount? Do you think we got fleeced in this, or did we win the trade? Let me know in the comment section. But don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture, and subscribe if you are new to the channel.